Yeah, we'll take all of you, so don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, who's ready to shoot with no intention to kill? Yes.
Thank you, former President. I suppose it was a much easier vote for you this time around. The question really is, now that you say that the ANC is beginning to clean itself out, acknowledge its mistake, and you feel comfortable going out there campaigning, what is your message to those ANC members who felt disenfranchised after your term ended and decided to form their party COPE? Are you going to tell them to come back to the ANC?
You know that we are not allowed to campaign today. So you are asking me questions which amount to campaigning. So I'm not going to answer those questions. Tomorrow I'll answer them. Are we okay? I think the important thing today is that really everybody must go out to vote. And I think the voters, I hope the voters are really applying their minds to this. Because as I was voting now, I was looking at the list of the parties that are contesting. It's a very long list. And I think in order to be able to choose among all of these would require that all of us apply our minds to say, what do these parties represent? In terms of the future of the country, do they give hope and all of that? I really do hope that people will apply their minds to this, because the choice is very wide. It is very wide indeed, but I can't campaign for any of the parties today because it's prohibited.
Thank you.
Right.
Number two.
Mr. President, you've just returned from Sudan. How are the talks pertaining to Sudan? And second, you are off to Malawi. Can you share with us your role in Malawi during the election?
No, I didn't go to Sudan. I went to Geneva because we had a meeting of the South Center, and then to Addis Ababa because the Tana Forum, looking at security on the continent, was meeting in Addis. But of course, we are in touch with the people in Sudan, and as you know, the military and the opposition forces are still engaged in negotiations about what to do about the transition. So we are following that very closely, and currently the UN has got specific people that they've sent into Sudan, and as you know, we work with them, with the UN on this matter. So we'll wait for them to give us a report about what's happening. With regard to Malawi, you know that they are having elections there on the 21st of May. And so the Commonwealth asked me to lead their observer team to Malawi, and so that's what we will do. And hoping that, like here in South Africa, we would have peaceful elections, and elections that won't be contested afterwards, because they should be handled in a proper way. And hopefully that's what should happen in Malawi. And the Commonwealth have said to me, please, can you lead our team there and help the Malawians, work with them and so on, so that together we have an outcome which is credible and accepted to all of the people.
Mr. President, you're saying that hopefully the elections won't be contested here. Are you concerned at all at the number of isolated incidents of IEC ballot boxes that have been found so far, and the fact that the IEC has already acted against one official in Benoni who allowed a party agent to help with the transfer of special votes?
Yes, certainly. I mean, the incidents that I've had, the IEC has acted, I think, in a very good way, in an important way, in terms of acting against those people who are working within the IEC who clearly have done something that is wrong. But I think we also need to pay tribute to the police service, because I think in the incidents that I've heard of, the police service has also acted very quickly and very correctly in order to ensure that nothing goes wrong with regard to the elections. I think both the IEC and the police service have really behaved very well.
Who's next? Who's next?
Okay.
You previously called on the ANC to remove the thieves who are on the list. Do you not see this vote as endorsing the members who have since not been removed?
You see, you want us again to do something that's illegal. No, I'm not going to discuss any of the parties today, because it's to campaign for or against. It's not allowed. And I think we need really to observe the law as far as these elections are concerned. And if they said the cut-off time is last night, midnight, to stop campaigning, I think we should all behave accordingly.
What would you say, President, to the incoming president?
Oof. No, but I think all of us are perfectly familiar with the aspirations of the people. These common demands that all of us South Africans have. People are very concerned about poverty, are concerned about unemployment, are concerned about all of these problems, inequality, etc. And therefore, I think whichever party gets elected, nationally or and provincially, those parties have got a very heavy responsibility, practically to live up to the expectations of the people with regard to those matters. So that's what I would say to every president, anybody who's elected. That's why I was saying that I hope really the voters will apply their minds in terms of voting today, given this long list of parties that are contesting. Because once we elect whichever party, there's a lot that we expect of those parties. And they really have to deliver, because all of these things about poverty and so on, they are not inconsequential issues. I mean, if you see levels of poverty in the country, and you see really poor people and you visit poor people, it really, you want to cry. So I think the obligation on the parties we elect is very heavy. Really, practically, actually, to address these issues and not just put things in their manifestos and then do nothing afterwards. Thanks a lot. I hope all of you have voted. That's okay.
Thank you, President.
All right, Chief.
That's former President Thabo Mbeki just after he has voted, speaking.